Do you like detective stories? Of course you do, I hope so. You know, those stories when you find some kind of trace and you try to follow it and you get it deeper, you get deeper and deeper in that given case. That is what happened to me, and I'd like to invite you and let's disclose some top secret issues of Hungary. But let's start with the beginning. The whole story, my story, started with personal observations. I know many people who have been inclined to turn to addictions, such as alcoholism, or just people who just lost the track and the vitality in their life. Some years ago, the time came when I became so depressed and stressed that I didn't even dare to come out of bed because of panic. At that time, I decided to stop that destructive lifestyle I had followed unconsciously. So this personal issue, this personal problem was the start. And later, as soon as I wanted to meet my fears, the roots of my fears, and search for remedy, I found that this personal problem turned to be a window opening new ideas and aspects in life. I started searching for the vital pillars, the key to health maintenance, to health preservation. And I found basically quite fundamental vital pillars, including the importance of proper nutrition, the necessity for spirituality, flow experience, creativity, the unconditioned love in a family, in a community. No doubt, these are really, really vital conditions, vital pillars in order to have a better quality of life, and they contribute to the healthy development of a human being. But today, I'd like to pay special attention to a primarily vital basis for health maintenance, that is unbiased mentality. It is essential to disclose and share those peculiarities and the mechanism of the mind because the mind actually constructs the image of reality. And it's a neuropsychological fact that mental activities can induce different biochemical changes in the body, and the wellness of the individual can be changed by the focus of the mind. It's also a fact, a proven fact by research, that the brain has a kind of characteristics called brain plasticity. It means that certain repeated patterns of mental activities can build neural structures, synaptic networks in the brain. And this is now a very, very emphatic fact in my presentation, because it means that people can be wired to some kind of lifestyle, to some kind of habit. We can be conditioned to negative thinking. We can be wired by our nervous system to reactive and the resting state of the brain. And unfortunately, the reactive state of the brain and negative thinking are closely related to this autodestructive processes in case of a fatal disease. So we have to emphasize that it is possible that someone can get stuck in the state of negative thinking. And it is not just true for individual cases, but it can be applied for social level as well. And that was the next step that I took. I decided to deal with the health conditions, the social health condition of Hungary. Actually, widespread health promotion program would be urgently necessary in Hungary because the premature death rates have increased, and somehow people, or most Hungarians, ignore taking preventive steps against stressful life. They neglect learning about and applying stress management strategies. Why is it so? This is the question, and the answer lies in the past. Since the regime change of 1989, democracy hasn't brought about a real mental revolution in Hungary. Why is it so? Because by political forces, Hungarian people were conditioned to obey, to live a life of shame, fear, and anger and inertness. And actually, the living generations inherited this. In 1989, Hungarians, or most Hungarians, were not prepared for democracy. They carried the mental remains of communism, and the process of globalization and capitalism have increased their insecurity. And of course, these negative mental effects influenced the health conditions in Hungary. Many honored and acknowledged mental and medical researchers and specialists have emphasized and called the public attention to the fact that mental revolution would be necessary in Hungary. As for the statistics, the demographic data of 2011 disclosed that half of the mortality rate in Hungary is due to cardiovascular diseases, and the fatal cancer rates have also increased. It has been doubled compared to the data of 1960. So, if we consider these multiple causative factors, it's important to emphasize that the strategies for prevention and rehabilitation would require a complex and holistic approach. The post-communist mental approach in Hungary could or must be healed, and with my presentation, I try to propose a vitality health promoting program in order to get rid of these mental barriers which were deeply built inside the nervous system of the generations. And this is a health care project, and it has 3 missions. The first mission is that it aims at connecting researchers, medical specialists, doctors with teachers at public education, fitness centers, trainers, wellness entrepreneurs. so that they could cooperate and work on this project together and think about the possible solutions. The second very important goal of this project is that efficient explanation and guidance would be important. So children and the living generation should be educated about how mental processes can influence the health condition of a human being. They should know about how persistent stress factors can do harm to the organs of the human body. And the third very important mission is offering possible programs, local programs for people, and it's important to provide people with stress management strategies so that they could learn how to deal with stress in their everyday life. I hope my presentation could reveal that an individual problem can be considered a window, a gift, opening new aspects and ways in life. Everything depends on us, what reality we can create. We are individually responsible for our health, for our mind, for the thoughts we create, and for the deeds we do. Thank you very much.